time for another project review. And not a lot has changed. Oh no! So Lincoln Green's still here. A few spoilers because these videos won't have gone live yet, but yeah, the whole back end of both sides has been cut out, or being cut out. So this side, new curtain, new floor, new arch. It's not flatted all the wells back yet. I've just made up the window channel. And the reason I had to do all this, you'll be looking at the other side thinking, why did you have to do all that? That looks all right. And then you come around this side and you start thinking, ooh, that doesn't look all right. That looks odd. So what a fuck up. Anyway, this isn't a review about Lincoln Green. This is just the work I've been doing. This is why this car is still here. Because the owner said to me, oh, could you just... And the original intention was to sort out the rusty hole up here. But of course, once I took the outer wing off and, oh, whatever. Right, so that's Lincoln Green. The more observant of you will notice that L95 is back in the workshop. And there is one reason for that, and that's partly because I've run out of space outside. But I thought, well, if it gets back in the workshop, then I'm going to be able to finish off the reconstruction of the arch on the driver's side, on the right-hand side. And then I can start then moving my way forwards, get the sills done and so forth. It just becomes a step closer. Sandy the Landy has moved. You will have seen the cold start on Sandy the Landy. That's now moved to there. Yeah. Mitsubishi is still with me. Very useful. Very, 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 very useful vehicle. Yeah, so Sandy the Landy is sitting here waiting patiently. I don't quite know what for, but it's waiting patiently. Mitsubishi covered in bird shit. Look at that. Oh, and me. Hello. Me and bird shit. The 1989 Vogue SE is still sitting here. I might actually get some work done on this today because the weather is better. The plan was to get rid of the Lincoln Green car and put that in the workshop so I could finish it and get rid of it. It's a customer car. It's had, as you've seen, it's had sills, A-post, B-post, front inner wings, bulkhead repairs. It needs putting back together. I need to do the brakes. Ah, the ghost train. Yes, oh my goodness. And 3 a-suffixes. Yeah, they're all in my yard now, because as you saw from the last project update, I was about to lose the other yard. And the lease on that expires tomorrow, so I was celebrating last night because I managed to shift all of these 3 into my yard. That'll make for an interesting Google Maps picture, won't it? Now, 3 of these I lobbed up onto Car and Classics. This, predictably, didn't go anywhere at all because it's a bit too unique. This car bid to within a few £100 of the reserve. So 24 hours before the end of the auction, agreed with the auction house, Car and Classics, that we'd take the reserve away, so the car was sold. Fantastic. Except the number 1 bidder then pleaded whatever, the cat stood on my keyboard, whatever. And so I still got the damn car. No repercussions on me, there's no fees on me because Car and Classics don't charge a fee unless the car sells. So all of this guff about, verified bidders, etc., verified sellers, it means nothing, unfortunately, because the bidder decided they didn't actually want it, and they probably never intended to bid on it, and they were just a fucking time waster. And as a result, I've still got it. So that one got up to just shy of £6,000, which I was pleased with, happy with that. And then the green car, it went up to just shy of £4,000. And I thought, you know what? I'm happy with that. I'll take that. So even though the reserve hadn't met, I got in touch with Car and Classics and said, look, if we can get them to as close to £4,000 as we can. If they're not prepared to budge, I'll take 3.8 for it. Less my fees, of course. Now, they went fucking silent on me. So again, you're bidding for things like you do on eBay, Marketplace, Gumtree, etc. You're bidding for things with absolutely no intention of buying them. So I can't see that selling cars or selling project cars through Car and Classic is any different from selling through eBay or any of the other mechanisms, except for the much, much, much higher fees and, of course, the very professional photography, which was incredible. You look at the auctions and the photography was very good. So yeah, I've still got all these three. So what next? Well, I'm going to lob a couple up for sale again. Probably not this one, actually, because this is the one I always wanted to bloody keep. That one's now got steering on it. And I think the intention is, if I can get rid of this, because this is the one that a lot of people are excited about, if I can get rid of this, then, do you know what? It might be worth a go. Now, I always maintained, to Steve the body, I've got a bottle of whiskey resting on this being on the road before his Mark II Jag. It's actually not a Mark II, it's 240, but he's had that car 15 years. And while he's done, I'll insert a picture here of what it looked like a couple of months ago. While he's done a shitload of work on it, and it looks beautiful, he's edging no closer to the finishing line than I am with this. So my intention with this next was going to be, well, do you know what? Strip it down, replace the sill. The A-post isn't too bad, I've seen a lot worse. It's already had a repair section put into it. Get the A-post sorted out, get the bulkhead side sorted out, get the floor pan sorted out. The inner wings, they're not bad. Brush paint it black. The inside, not the outside. Get the electrics working and get it MOT'd. 1976. And flog it as an MOT'd Range Rover. With that on the back. Now, this is the bit that some people can't see past, but it's only bolted on. Ah, bolts. It's bolted on there and it's bolted through the top of the chassis there. I'd imagine it would come off without too much. It would come off in my hand, so to speak. It's bolted onto the back here as well, sorry, onto the end of the chassis. The chassis underneath is original. It's had a very modified rear crossmember put into place and some real dodgy Halfords four-wheel drive badges. It's still got its original rear light units in there. Look at that. So yeah, whether I do this and keep it or whether I do it and sell it, Mitsubishi's just too bloody convenient. So as much as people howl that the bloke who fixes Land Rovers for a living drives a Mitsubishi, it's no indictment, whatever the word is, on using this as a daily driver. I could use this as a daily driver. We'll see. Don't know. Never say never. Once this is out of the way, I can then pull each one of these forwards. This, I could put another set of better inner wings on it than it's currently got. I could put a better set of outer wings on it than it's currently got. I could put a sill on it and attach it to the A-post. So start working on it and get it into an improved state. Make it look more sheddy or less sheddy. I couldn't tell you. With the green car needs a lot less work. And this is why I was surprised that this didn't really go further. I've got a better bonnet to put on this. And again, let's put some better panels on the outside of it. Let's put a V8 back in it. And flog it. I've got a better roof now, look at that. I bought a roof yesterday. Thanks, Phil. Phil came over and got his axles. Left me a whole ton of scrap. It's all right, Phil, because I've got the scrap man turns up every now and then. He'll take that lot. It's not in the way. Left me a load of scrap and also some useful parts. So slam panel out of an 80s four-door. Rear light cluster. A tailgate, while it's utterly ruined, isn't utterly ruined in all the areas where they often are utterly ruined. So it might end up just hanging around for parts, that one. And a bonnet. Now the bonnet is not that bonnet, this bonnet. This bonnet is actually not bad, apart from a fucking great big dent right there. But that's the sort of thing that I was looking for this. Because the bonnet on this is rusted around the front edge and around the sides, underneath where you can't see. You can hear it. And if I'm going to get this car painted and made top dog, and there you go. I also picked up yesterday, for not a lot, a roof with a sunroof in it, which is sitting over here on top of the car with the sunroof in it. So I've now got 4 roofs piled up on there. I'm going to have to put a ratchet strap round underneath the windows just to hold all the roofs down, because a half decent breeze is going to blow them all away. But the roof that's on that might stay on there, but then I've got another roof here which might go onto here. No, I've got a roof in the workshop that will go onto here, so I've got a yellow roof that will go onto here. Or the yellow roof could go onto that one, because Dave, who owns the Tuscan Blue project that I had in the a-suffix that fought me every step of the way, he's really quite keen on this roof that's in here, that's got the Webasto in it. It's got all the framework for a Webasto, or a, whatever they called them, fold back vinyl roof. So that's it really on projects. This is my son's car, don't worry about that. And oh yes, the chassis is still up there. And the arse end of that chassis might get used for the arse end of that car over there, like I did with Bob. But that's it. So if you're waiting in the queue for your car to come into the workshop, I must show you this one. This is the tailgate off the Lincoln Green car. This Lincoln Green car. I think we just need to behold the horrendous state of papier-mâché. I bet I could date some of this newspaper. I just need to get it off intact. Yes, that'll work. I think that'll work anyway. Yeah, that's... Take the rare lights off it, take the mechanism out the inside, weigh it. I really can't see that there's an awful lot salvageable on this. A top plate, perhaps. That's just fucking awful, isn't it? There's the yellow roof. Look at that. Beautiful. And there's the yellow bonnet, which John is desperately trying to get his hands on. John, who owns Lincoln Green, is desperately trying to get his hands on that. My bonnet, John, my bonnet, my bonnet. Right, that was it. Hope you enjoyed that. Little insight into the insanity that surrounds me. Anyway.